終電が行くよそんなこと知らない電話が鳴るよでも今は聞かない
Yeah, have you heard about that geezer that was flashing his
Todger?
online, sending out Todger messages?
What?
He was sending out like dick pics. He's like a governor in the United States of America.
Dick pic?
Yeah.
Right.
No, he was sending out like pictures of his cock, basically, to people. He's married and that.
What people? Just anyone?
His name is Wiener as well.
Save it for that. Save it.
But that's recorded now.
Oh, is it? Oh.
His name is Wiener. It's like Jack Wiener or something like that.
Shut up.
It's honestly Wiener. I don't know if it's Jack, but it is. It's like Bobby Wiener. But he was doing that, and he got caught doing it a couple of years ago, apparently, or a year ago. And he's just been recently caught again, but under a pseudonym.
What was his pseudonym?
Carlos Danger. You couldn't make it up.
The thing is, right, if he's taking pictures, is it just his cock he takes a picture of?
I guess, I don't know.
So if he's taking a picture of just his cock, how has he got caught?
Well,
was he caught actually taking the picture?
I imagine someone that like was in cohesions receiving the pictures when I'm getting cock pictures of.
Oh, so they knew it was him?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just know there is a guy in America who is some kind of congressman stroke politician called Wiener, was showing his dick pics for the second time under the pseudonym Carlos Danger.
That's a brilliant name, though. If I could pick a name, that's what I'd pick. Not now, obviously.
Your dick pic pseudonym. You have to come up with a dick pic pseudonym.
Carlos
Danger.
That would be probably Drew Peacock.
Oh, Drew.
That is weird. Only in America.
Yeah.
Only in America. Because over here, they all just touch kids.
What, our politicians?
Not all. Well, I'm not going to say that because
some of them.
I mean, the emails we had last week from me, not understanding transgender people.
Yeah.
They few and far between. In fact,
they didn't happen.
There's no structure today, is there?
No, not really, because there's no emails to read out.
No emails.
No one bothered emailing in. So,
tweets.
So we've got tweets. I did tweet earlier saying that we were starting a podcast. There's bound to be. I can't enter the right code. Can't get my phone. Saying that we were going to do a podcast. So I imagine that Twitter is alight with. We did get one last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
From Tommy.
Yeah.
But
not a listener, just a friend.
Wasn't really.
Oh, we'll answer it because we've got fucking else to do.
Wasn't really a question that we should be. It's just you that's retweeted it.
Yeah, lazy advertising.
Would you rather have legs for fingers or fingers for legs? That's just weird. I don't know how it worked mechanically.
Yeah, the fingers wouldn't be able to support the torso.
No, the hand
nor balance it.
The hand wouldn't be able
to support the legs.
Leg fingers.
But then I would rather be I'd rather be trying to scoot around on 10 fingers as legs than trying to drag around 10 legs. And you wouldn't be able to do anything. So you'd end up chopping them off anyway.
Can you imagine being like a stump though? But you've got your cock and balls and then the 2 hands down there as well.
No, they're not hands, they're just fingers. Read the question. Oh. It's just fingers, they're not hands.
Yeah, but still fingers.
So it's
like 11 appendages down there.
But where are they
10
placed?
Of which have got like knuckles. So that they can bend and twist.
Are you thinking for you or for a lady?
I'm thinking for a lady. You could probably pleasure.
But what I'm thinking is the dog is literally sniffing the microphone.
Yeah. Poppy's getting excited by the finger talk.
Do you think that you still have your own hands? Because that wasn't mentioned. Do they have to take your fingers off and put them down there?
That doesn't make it. No, well, you haven't got any fingers.
Yeah, you just have them in the wrong place.
Doesn't make any sense. It's a stupid.
Clarify your question, Tommy. I know you're not listening.
Question.
But fucking clarify it. Because otherwise you're making us look stupid. There's one thing we're not. It's fucking stupid. I'll tell you what, it's disappointing when you know that people are listening.
Yeah.
And they're not emailing it, especially when they happen to be your wife-to-be.
Yeah.
She's listening on the train, chuckling away to herself.
Yeah. But then she just gives me direct feedback, doesn't
But I'd rather have it in, written format
so that
on some sort of electronic mail document, an e-doc.
But Ian, you were wonderful as usual.
Especially in the bedroom. Nah! Shit in bed, that's what you're shit. I don't know. Jodie, write in, let us know, please.
God, don't. Right.
We want a very detailed rundown of his usual patter in the bedroom. His moves.
My pitter patter.
Yeah.
Just hear me.
I think your moves consist of... I think it probably consists of putting her Tigger, which is a stuffed animal, it's not a nickname for a
Anything.
No. And probably hanging it off of your erect ding dang.
How would it hang?
I don't know, it must have arms.
Yeah, but what, it doesn't have hands.
Yeah, but you probably just pop a quick cross stitch through the hands to make it hang.
Put a cable tie around it.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to thread that needle at you with the reading glass?
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't need to. None of what we say
makes sense. That's just nonsense. It gets in the way of the actual entertainment of the evening. So none of that happens.
Are you talking about this or your sex?
My sex. Yeah, so we've got no emails. There's about the same number of people downloading the podcast as used to download the other podcast. It's probably all the same people, to be honest, but they just don't want to talk to us anymore.
They could download it, they don't have to listen to it.
I can't imagine that all these people have just got perfect lives and nothing's going wrong. Exactly. They've not got any friends that are coming to them and going, I tell you what, I have got to go to the hospital because I have got a mole.
Why hospital? We're not doctors.
I have got a mole on the end of my cock. I don't know what to do. I'll tell you what to do. Don't fuck them anymore. Huh?
Oh,
you thought I meant melanomas. And I didn't.
You meant moles.
Those blind little
critters,
rodents.
if you will.
Don't fuck a mole, weirdo.
No one's fucked a mole.
Well, haven't they? How do you know? Right in there. No, we fucked. We'll have an email about anything
emails next week. We've got 200 emails. All of them have said, no, I haven't fucked a mole.
No, you weirdo.
If we get one email that says, no, I haven't fucked a mole, I'll be happy.
Not listening.
It's 100% more than this week. Anyway, mustn't get hung up on that. Should we go on to Deidre?
Yeah, let's go on to the Deidre site. Oh, the sun's down. So
not the sun, the sun's up, it's daytime.
Well, you know what I mean.
But yeah, the Sun website's down. I've not bought a paper this week, been very busy. Got married 2 weeks ago, so still busy with
managed to find
nothing.
last week, nearer to when you got married, but now further away from getting married.
So what we've done is we've had to substitute Deidre. She's having a week off. So I went on to Google, as you do with anything these days, and I searched for agony aunt, and the Guardian agony aunt came up. So I went on that, and quite frankly, the story's fucking awful. They were boring as balls.
She's not as
so I went back,
awesome as Deidre.
Went down a few, and I've done I'm on talktalk.co.uk, so that's the phone company.
Are they hot on?
I don't know, they've got an agony aunt for some reason. I also found one I thought, I'll go on the Daily Star. So I typed in Daily Star agony aunt because I thought these are going to be all like brilliant because the people who read the Daily Star are just fucking numbnuts.
Yeah.
And it said Amy the agony aunt, so I clicked on that. It's about Amy Winehouse. I don't think she's giving great advice nowadays.
She's not the best at doing it for sure.
Because she's all deaded up and that. Through the old
So you're saying the Sun don't have one?
Sun don't have what?
An agony aunt.
Well, Sun do, yeah. It's called.
No, not the Sun. The Star.
Fucking mug.
Hey,
Look, it's so aggressive. I don't know, but I found some good ones on Talk Talk.
Excellent. Let's start then.
Okay. The one that really caught my eye was he doesn't wash. And I thought,
I've got some great ones here from the Mirror, but we'll save them. Go on, you first.
Save those. I've only got a few on here. Right, and this woman is the dullest looking woman I've ever seen. I don't know what qualifies her to give advice. Anne, her name is.
Ask Anne.
Fucking vicar's wife.
I bet it's not Anne. Same as it's not Deidre.
Yeah, probably.
Dear Deidre,
right, the
ask
letter
Anne.
goes, and it's just signed PM, so I guess it's the Prime Minister.
So Dave Cameron's written in.
And it doesn't say that this...
Talk. Didn't even go for the one in the Sun.
Yeah. Yeah, who's writing to Talk? Who goes, I need advice? Where do I write to? Probably the phone company. Maybe Talk will get in so many letters asking for advice, so we're going to have to start an agony on site.
Yep.
Should I have BT? I've got one. Oh, mind the coaster. Right, the letter goes as follows. I love my partner dearly, but I can't cope with his aversion to soap and water and clean clothing. He wasn't like this when I first knew him. He lives in my house and helps with the bills but I hate him being in my bed because, quite frankly, he smells. The idea of sex with him is abhorrent for the same reason. I've tried dropping hints and also tried just being direct, but nothing works. I don't want to ask him to leave, but I will have to if he can't respect me enough to spend 5 minutes a day in the shower. He has enough time to spend 4 hours a day in the pub when I'm at work. Any suggestions? Many thanks, PM. Now, it doesn't say the person who wrote that letter is a woman.
No.
So it could be the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
I can't see anyone else's initials PM.
No.
So it must be the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
So, David. 1, make him get a job. So he doesn't have time to spend 4 hours a fucking day in the pub.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's the sort of person. It's not like he's the love of my life. We've been with him since we were childhood sweethearts. No, it sounds like you're a worker. He's on the dole.
Basically, what you've got is you've got a tramp living with you.
Yeah.
I don't know how you always pay the bills, but if you're spending 4 hours down the pub, I mean, granted, I could go to the pub every day when I finish work for 4 hours, but I wouldn't have a wife.
Money. You wouldn't have any money.
And I wouldn't have any money, no, because I can't.
It's quite expensive.
I can't afford to. I think the dog's just been sick.
No, it's just coughing.
Just coughing.
I don't want to make this the Jodie show, but if I come in from work and it's been a strenuous day, or if I've come in from anywhere really where I've done any sort of activity and I stink, she says you stink.
Yeah.
So I sort it out.
But you know that she'll if once you come in and she went you stunk and you went, oh, do you know, I don't really want to get in the shower, I'm fucking knackered. She would go, you smelly little cunt.
I doubt she would
and
say
leave
that.
you to fester on the sofa.
She certainly wouldn't say that.
And she'd go do something else. But then if you did it time and time and time again and you just didn't ever wash, she'd go, Joe, what?
She'd leave.
We're not knock this on the fucking head because you're a smelly little prick.
I don't think she'd say, let's knock this on the head, because I'll just get there I'll get home one day. Yep.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I know. I'd get home one day and then she'd not be there.
That's going to get well annoying, isn't it?
What, Poppy's just screaming about nothing. I don't know what's going on. There's no one there, Poppy.
Hey, what's your beef?
She ain't got no beef.
Lay down. Right. So, yeah, basically, you've got a tramp living with you. Stop wanking him off.
Wanking him off?
I imagine that's all she can handle. She probably puts a marigold on. Gives him a quick tug.
Marigold. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Do his friends not have a problem with that at the pub? Because if you came to the pub with me every day and you smelt like a fucking tramp's armpit...
Yeah, that's what I mean. He probably ain't got no friends. He's probably one of those ones who gets a racing post, goes down the pub, watches the races, loses all his money, drinks away all his money, her money.
But he pays the bills.
Yeah, somehow he pays the bills.
Helps. Maybe he goes... I don't know.
Maybe he goes round to the gas company and says, stop sending us fucking bills, I'll come round and burn you down.
Yeah, maybe.
With your gas.
Like the sort that might burn people with gas. Do we want to hear advice? Because I don't know. Oh my god, this is brilliant advice. We've got to hear this advice. I'm going to cherry pick because I don't think it's all going to be funny. It's hard living with someone whose personal hygiene isn't good enough. It's not only offensive to the nose, it can be a health hazard, and it can certainly spell death to intimacy.
Yeah.
You've tried to tackle this with positive response, blah blah blah. The really good bit of advice was this. You could suggest having a sexy shower together. You could tell him on any given night, I like that, any given night, don't feel limited to a Tuesday.
It's not Sunday bath time, because you've got school the next morning, so you have your big
Let's
bath.
hope not, anyway.
No.
If you're that young, you should be knocking around with tramps who live in pubs. Or with you. You could tell him on any given night, I'd love to sleep with you on another occasion. But right now, I don't want to.
Because you stink of shit.
But right now, I don't want to because you smell dirty.
Oh,
Will you sleep in the spare room / on the sofa tonight if you won't have a good wash?
This is so pragmatic. I'm laying down the law. You must sleep on the sofa. And once you've done that, I'm going to give you a shake. I'm going to give the sofa a shaker back tomorrow because you'll have contaminated it.
Oh my god, that's so good. That's so much better than Deidre. That is so much better than Deidre. Because you smell dirty. And I like the way she's put it in quotes, as in say exactly this.
So exactly.
And then it says afterwards,
don't deviate from my framework.
Stick to your guns politely but firmly. That's not polite. You smell dirty. Oh my god, I'd love to sleep with you on another occasion. That's like he's just come up to her in the pub and said, do you want to go? No, I do not. Oh God! If at the end of the week these tactics, he still hasn't addressed the issue constructively, you might want to give him an ultimatum. Blah 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 blah. Alcohol problem, probably a drunk. Oh, there's a website. She hasn't given a leaflet, but she's got a website. Of course she has. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to help anyone who might be thinking, yes, please give me the website. Fuck you. Have a wash. Right. Oh, that was really good. I'm really feeling really positive about her now. Well done, Anne, because your advice was spot on. I mean, this is going to make a great podcast, both of us just in silence looking through the internet.
Well, I'll cut the shit out. Well, where we're at, 18 minutes. I'll just say that on him.
Gay man, love straight friend.
This isn't one, is it? This is just you. You're just about to tell me something now.
Oh, can we stop recording here? Because I just feel like sometimes taking this wedding ring off and putting a different ring on my finger. A dirty brown ring that belongs to your bubble. And we're back. I hope you didn't hear that.
They probably did.
Probably. Right. I've been in love with my friend for 4 years now. How long have we known each other?
Longer than that.
How long have I been in love with? No, sorry. If you think that's bad, there's more to come.
Out of my penis.
Can you guess what it is?
No.
Oh. I'm gay and he's straight. Terrible. Terrible. He was aware of the situation years ago and was really understanding, and he only asked that I wouldn't tell anyone else of my feelings. Don't tell everyone you fancy me, mate, because you are bent as an iron bob. No, I don't want you thinking about my arse.
How old are they?
Well, I don't think it says.
It sounds like a child saying, don't tell everyone.
Oh my God.
Don't tell everyone you're gay for me.
I've just scanned down the page, and you're not going to believe this. I'll wait. If we don't think, said one time, our friendship has grown since we met over 8 years ago. How long have we known each other?
Less than that.
Well, around that. And so have my feelings. I'm now at a point where I feel miserable and depressed every time he gets a new girlfriend or sees other friends and not me. But then when I'm with him, below the surface level happiness, I still have this dull heartache which cripples me when we part. For years I've beaten myself up about the feelings and off.
He's beating himself off, yeah.
Of just how pathetic I must look to my friends
Very.
that know about my feelings. He asked us not to say anything, you fucking knob. And because I'm scared, I might lose him as a friend somehow and be left heartbroken.
You will if you keep on.
Yeah, if you try and stick your knob up his arse when he's straight, he's not going to like it.
No, he's not.
Simple. I know how ridiculous it is that I think or wish he may feel the same. I am sick of feeling sad and lonely when I think about him and don't want to lose my feelings in case miraculously he might feel the same. Yeah, because he's going to go, Joe,
oh, you know, it's been 8 years
anymore. I don't really love boobies, and I love cock, and out of every man in the world, I love his cock. It's not going to happen. Give up. Blah, blah, blah. Feeling much the same. How do I make these feelings stop? Please help me, Anne, because I'm at breaking point, or am I beyond help? P.S. I did write to Deidre, but she didn't reply. You're my second option. The P.S. wasn't there, no. But, you know, I kept saying, like joking about it was me, yeah? At the end of it, many thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
And that is true.
Go.
It is from Chris. And I've concocted this whole scenario in these 3 weeks of podcasts. I hacked into the Sun website and brought that down just so I could bring this website up. I'm going to tell you how I feel.
I don't think we're going back to Deidre.
Like I said earlier, the people
feast on these delights. Okay.
Is that what someone's written in?
No. Sick of dirty cheat. Shocked over her secret baby. My mate's after my husband. Nice guy turns into booze nut. My fella sleeps with ex. Her sex toys are an insult. My husband's got a secret life with a dog sitter.
Oh, that one.
My fella is too kinky.
That sounds good. He wants it every which way from Sunday.
Secret shame of sleazy stripper. Wife in our bed with 2 lovers. Scared by new tricks too soon. Pal's ban on sexting, and Brother's vile rage at transvestite dad.
Yes. Oh my god, was that
That's going to be the last one. That's got to be the last one. Right. So, which one did you want first?
I can't remember. There was so many.
My fellow is too kinky.
Yeah, go on, go with that one.
My fella sleeps with X. My sex toys are an insult. No, I've got to do that one. I must know what sex toys.
So Jodie has written in.
Dick. My girlfriend had been shopping, and that we were going to have some fun. She pulled out fluffy handcuffs, vibrators, and plugs, and said she wanted me to.
Plug?
3-point plug.
She's been being cute.
And said she wanted me. Poppy, back off. She pulled out fluffy handcuffs, vibrators, and plugs, and said she wanted to lie me in the bed. I said no way, and we argued. She got so mad that she started screaming at me, saying I was uptight and frigid. I'm really not, but I found it insulting and don't like being treated like a plaything.
I love that she thought, come on, what are you so fucking frigid about? It's only saying 8 ass, come on.
It's only a plug and a dildo, come
I've
on.
got 8 of them, they're not all got off at once, probably get 4 in at once, I don't know.
Take the heat out of the situation by talking about this episode away from the bedroom. Explain that you're grateful to her for trying to spice things up, but ordering you to perform is not the way forward.
Dance.
What she did was overwhelming. Try again.
I'm overwhelmed, I'm so sorry.
Try again with one sex toy. Lay down rules. Right, you can have the handcuffs or the butt plug. I'm not doing both. You can tie me up and do me in the bum, or do me in the bum. You're not going to do both. I'm not going to be.
But you must do me in the bum. That is it.
I'm not going to be gang raped. This is ridiculous.
Gang raped? She put a fucking army of rapists there. Or did she? That's not kinky. That's too much.
Nice guy turns into booze nut.
Booze nut. I love that.
Some weird drunken freak.
See, this is why we need to write into one of these things.
And the picture of this one is Bloke's got this woman up against the wall as if he's going to strangle her.
Is that just an interpretation or is that an actual picture?
Look, I sent you a picture. This is what he does.
I need to do a selfie pic of me being strangled by you.
My partner gets violent when drunk. He scares me. He turns into someone I don't recognise and I never know what he's going to do.
John? John, is that you?
He's Banana Man. When Eric eats a banana. When Eric eats a boozy banana.
He's grown a beard and he's growing 2 foot.
Normally, he's the loveliest bloke you could ever meet. He's kind, quiet, and would do anything for anyone. After one drink, he's jolly. After 2, he's funny and relaxed. But the minute he has the dreadful thirst, when Eric at 69 Acacia Road, there's a lovely boy named Eric. But when he has that dreaded 3rd beer,
3 beers and he turns into a booze nut.
That could be anything.
When he has his 3rd pint of whiskey, he gets really, really uptight.
He becomes mouthy and belligerent. He wants to dance, argue, fight, and have sex. All in that order. Like that.
No, it doesn't.
It does, all in that order. So he wants to have a dance. He wants to have a dance. Right, okay. Then he wants to have an argument.
Put the Macarena on. That's the Macarena dance.
He did Macarena. He's like, I wanted Saturday night. And then he wants to fight, so the argument progresses into a fight. He wants to have sex. So he beats the shit out of someone. He's like, oh, I'm going to do you now.
Is that all of his wife? So he's a bit lady in red, and then they argue, because they think it's about a prostitute and who sang it and all this. Yeah. Then they
say, this is the best prostitute song, and he's going, no, it's Roxanne! Oh! And then he punches her.
So he beats the fuck out of her, and then he fucks. Yeah. Oh, what a lovely man.
Recently, we went to my cousin's wedding. He swore blind that he wasn't going to drink and even took the car so he wouldn't be tempted. He avoided the champagne and toasted the happy couple with fizzy water. Ugh, that tastes disgusting.
That is vulgar.
He didn't even have a wine with the meal. But then my stupid uncle produced a bottle of vintage port and said he'd be insulted if my man didn't join him. An hour later, my partner was flying around the dance floor, blind drunk. You know what that means? If he's dancing, you know the argument. Oh, Christ. By this time, he was swigging from a bottle of whiskey and shouting at my brother. Inevitably, my brother retaliated and they exchanged blows. Blow jobs.
Yeah, no,
Couple of gays.
that's like they've got to fight first.
My fellow and I were asked to leave, and then he insisted on having rough sex with me round the back of the pub. I insist. I must protest. You know what happens. I've had my dance. I've had my argument. Your brother's punched me. Now it's time for the sex. Oh, Christ. Round the back of the
Well,
pub.
okay, John, let's go home and then we'll have sex. No!
No.
I can see an alleyway!
Pub.
I don't need condoms! Get
It was so humiliating and horrible.
I
Then he
bet
said
it
he
was.
was going to drive home and I had to throw the car keys down the drain to stop him from killing us both. There's no guarantee that he was going to kill you. I mean, he sounded like he was off his tits. But
Well, he's had some vintage port. I know he's swigging from a bottle of whiskey. I imagine he's pretty drunk.
yeah.
Does it say who these letters are from?
It doesn't say her name, no.
Okay, that's probably Joe.
The next...
We all know what Darren's like after a few drinks.
yeah. Yeah, asleep usually. He wouldn't be able to have rough sex. He'd be like, oh, sleepy. The next day, he was full of remorse, but I don't know how much longer I can go on like this.
Darling, I'm so sorry for the fight.
Right, this is her shit.
I'm sorry for the pub owner. I was going to kill out my spunk.
Your partner has got a big problem with alcohol. Like, knocking it right. She has pointed out...
Hey! Shut it.
Shat it, did you say? Yeah, no more looking out the window for you.
That's it.
Closing the curtain. You've had your fill of looking.
Lay down.
I will not. No, Poppy. He may not care to admit that he has a violent, aggressive drunk, but that's
I don't think I do. I don't think I've got a problem, darling.
The account of your cousin's wedding chilled me. Chilled, mate.